The HyperX PulseFire Haste. This is an amazing mouse, and today I'm going to be reviewing it while playing some Hypixel Skywars. Now, with that being said, if you guys want to see more of these videos, let me know what mouse you want me to review in the comments, because I will be doing a lot of different mice reviews, as long as I can break even on the cost. This mouse is absolutely amazing. It works for butterfly clicking, drag clicking, and jitter clicking, and it comes with 2 different mouse grips, so it makes drag clicking super easy as well. With that being said, I'm going to get into this video and enjoy. The HyperX PulseFire Haste, one of the greatest mice I have ever used in my entire life. Now, I have heard a lot of good stuff about this mouse. I know Intel did a review, and then Armagon did a review afterwards as well, but I try not to really take anyone's word for mice brands, because I do kind of have a different approach when it comes to using mice. Most people really prefer the Model O because a lot of people butterfly, and even if they jitter, they prefer it because they like being like Calvin. But I actually prefer the Razer Death Adder Elite, even though Razer is widely known for not really having the best mice brands, or I guess mice styles. But yeah, I mean, this mouse is truly a masterpiece. For its price of $50, it is so good. And I know that might seem like a lot of money to some of you, but trust me, when you realize how good this mouse is, you're gonna get it, and you are going to like it. It is a very good mouse for butterfly clicking. I'd say it's like a solid, like 9 or 10 even out of 10 for butterfly. And oh my god, please get off me. Obviously I have pretty big fingers, so I have some trouble butterflying. I'm not too great at that. But I mean, this mouse is definitely up there for butterfly clicking. For jitter clicking, it's not amazing, but it's not terrible either. The clicks feel kind of like the Model O when it comes to the style. You can kind of drag click pretty decently. I mean, I'm not a drag clicker, so I can't really. But, I mean, I'm drag clicking like 15 max, which, I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible either. But, I mean, you can drag click pretty decently. If you're good at it, you can probably drag click like around 20 to 30. You can butterfly around probably 15 to 20. I mean, I can't really butterfly very well, but I mean, I just got 16 over there. My hands are too big for this mouse, so I'm not as good with it, but it is a very nice mouse. I'd prefer the Razer for jitter clicking, but overall super good for $50. Now, for those of you that are new here, this is a new series on my channel in which basically I just go over not just mouse, but keyboard, mice, and whatnot, just overall gaming equipment, and I talk about stuff in a video. And this is actually the second video in this series, but I'm gonna go with the first one because the first one was a bit of a test, and this one actually has a whole formatting to it that Armagon helped me out with. So this one is going to be a lot better than the last one, as you can see in the intro. It did look pretty cool, and oh my god, we just got a nice clutch. That was a very good display of this mouse, and let's get it. Now, this mouse feels absolutely amazing. As you can tell, or as you obviously can assume, this is a very light mouse, okay? This mouse is not heavy whatsoever, and that is kind of obvious when you buy it, but for comparison, I do have the Model O wireless here, and even with the wire drag, this mouse is actually lighter than the Model O wireless, which is kind of a crazy comparison. If you kind of put these two together, this mouse and I mean, both of them are similarly shaped, but the HyperX PulseFire kind of seems easier to grip as well, especially if you butterfly click. It seems just very easy to use, and I mean, I don't know how much it weighs exactly, but it is super light. And I mean, that's kind of in the name, but it is a very light mouse, which makes it so good. Also, I think we might be dead here. Let's try to get out. With that being said, I actually jitter click. So the way I do that is my index finger is on the clicking button, and my palm is on the mouse, but everything else is actually not on the mouse. So the only parts of my clicking method that have my hand touching my mouse are one of my fingers and my palm. So I have to be like very specific with how I aim when I do this. It is a lot harder for me, but with that being said, this mouse is so good to grip. It is so easy to be able to aim with this, and I mean, it just feels so good in my hand. Now, the cable for this mouse is 1.8 meters, which is pretty decent. It's not too long, but it's not too short either. I would say, honestly, it's just about right. And, I mean, when you really factor it, you don't really need much more than that. So, I mean, the wire feels very smooth. The sensors, I will talk about the sensors, because it seems like the sensing can be a little bit slow. When you're trying to aim, it can feel a little bit off at times, especially with the DPI. I have noticed that my DPI isn't actually as consistent as other mice. Sometimes it kind of feels like it's a little bit slower than normal, but I don't think that's too much of a problem because it only really happened to me before I set my DPI lower, and it is like a customized DPI. It's not on the same scale as other mice. So for example, if I had 1800 DPI on the Razer Death Adder Elite, that is actually different than the 1800 DPI on this mouse, and this one would be a lot faster. So that's a little bit of an interesting thing to note. But besides that, I mean, it feels pretty smooth and pretty easy to aim with, as I said in the last game, especially if you want to try to grip it a specific way, because this is a very good mouse to grip. It is very easy to use, and it just works out super well. Now, this mouse contains 6 total buttons, if I'm not mistaken. There's 2 side buttons, obviously the right and left click, and then there's a scroll wheel, and then there's a singular DPI button. For the DPI, you just click it fast to make it faster, and you hold it down to reset it to the slowest one, and there's a software for that, which I will talk about in the next game. The mouse uses Omron switches for the left and right clicks, and honestly, they seem very smooth. They seem really easy to click as well. It's a little bit harder if you want to jitter click. You do have to click down a little bit harder, but for butterfly clicking, it is very easy. Honestly, probably one of the easiest mice I've ever used to butterfly. Like, this mouse works so well if you just want to butterfly, and I have a little bit of trouble with it because I have big fingers, but I mean, I'm getting a decent 13 CPS right now, and if I use both, I can probably get up there. And it's not happening right now, but it is a super nice mouse overall. Now, I saw this on the website, but I'm not too sure if it's accurate. This mouse has a durability of 50 million clicks, which is really good. That is a very good amount of clicks. I mean, I don't think like that'll last multiple years for sure. Even if you played Minecraft like 8 hours a day, that'll last a very long time. So that is definitely an upside. Last but not least, we have already talked about the CPS in the first game, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the click sounds, or I guess make you guys hear the click sounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and move my mic for this rest of the game and enjoy. Now, just like most other mice, the HyperX PulseFire does have its own software. Now, there's 2 ways you can actually get it. You can download it on the Microsoft Store, and we all know that kind of sucks. The store isn't exactly known for being very helpful and good. So what you can do is you can use the alternative, which is just to download the software manually. Now, the software actually doesn't have a debounce timer. This is one of the things I really wanted to talk about. I downloaded it, and I actually didn't see a debounce timer, but it has been really easy to double click for me. See, it just got 16. It has been very easy for me to double click without really having to worry about a debounce timer. So I think that the debounce timer for the mouse might be auto set to 1. They probably took into consideration how many people used the mouse and just set the debounce timer to 1 off of the Model O. So the company probably just auto set the mouse to a singular debounce timer, which is super interesting. Now, there are DPI buttons and there's a whole RGB software. The RGB is super nice. I just have it on this wave effect, and As you can see, it kind of just changes colors. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Not too much about that. I mean, it is just a mouse with an RGB setting, which most mice have, but the software is pretty easy to use, and it is a super nice software. The only thing that sucks about it is that it is on the Microsoft Store, but as I said, there's an alternative, and you can just download it normally. The software is also super easy to use. I prefer it a lot more than a mouse software like the Bloody, because the Bloody mouse software is, I don't know, it is really not that great. Like, it is given me some problems in the past, and it doesn't look the best either. It's not very visually appealing, but the software does a good job of that, so it is a pretty nice mouse. Now that we've gone ahead and talked about all these specifications, I'm just going to be giving my final thoughts on this and recommending it to you guys, or maybe not recommending you guys if, you know, somehow it's a really bad mouse, which, I mean, as I've just talked about, it is not. I highly recommend this mouse to anyone that butterfly clicks. Not crazy for drag clicking or jitter clicking, but it is a good mouse. It is a very good mouse. I would say there are definitely cheaper alternatives if you just want to jitter click. It's not made for solely jitter clicking. The clicks are a little bit stronger on the jitter, but if you butterfly click, which I know the majority of Skywars players and Bedwars players kind of do, I definitely recommend this mouse. It is definitely a cheaper and better alternative to the Model O. Now, don't get me wrong, the Model O is still a very good mouse, but I would say this one's a little bit better, honestly. Overall, it is just easier to use. It feels a little bit better. It's lighter. It's a very good mouse. So I would recommend it to those of you that actually do want to butterfly click. And even if you jitter click, I still would recommend this mouse because, I mean, the thing is, I am a little bit biased because I click a little bit weird. If you jitter click with multiple fingers on the mouse itself, you're going to have a great time aiming with it because the sensor feels very, very smooth. So if you jitter click normally and grip it with multiple fingers, I do recommend it for jitter as well. Overall, it is just super easy and it just works super well in your hand. Not a bad price at all for $50. I'm gonna be honest. Like, can we clutch this? Yeah, we can. Like, this is definitely up there. I would say like high A tier mouse. That being like S tier. Like, I haven't really reviewed enough mice to kind of give it an S tier, and oh my god, this guy is actually destroying me. Calm down, dude. What the heck? He just got like the craziest combo on me, but it's okay because we've just clutched that somehow and we are alive. And let's try to win this game here because I really don't want to lose. This has been a pretty good game so far. And he said ruin my clip. I am sorry, my guy, but I'm going to take that win, and I hope everyone had a great day. Let me know how you liked this mouse review, because it was definitely more on the professional side, in my opinion. But I hope everyone had a great day, and let me know if you want to see more of this. And lastly, shout out to Armagon for helping me out with this video style. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. See ya.